distinguished ladies and gentlemen, my duty is to introduce people on the high table. And in doing this, I will start with the chief guest. That is the governor of this state, Raji Razak. I would like to introduce the acting chief judge of Lagos State, Honorable Justice Raji. Next, I would like to introduce the person who is the brain behind the seminar. I will also like to introduce the Secretary to the Military Governor. After that, he became the Chief Judge of Ondo State. And later on, he was a member of the Nigerian Law Commission and now the chairman of the Nigerian Law Commission. I would also like to introduce, coming to this side, I would like to introduce the Honorable Commissioner for Works, Architect Alice, Commissioner for Works and Commissioner for Works and I would like to introduce Mr. Kola Balogun, Lai Balogun, beg your pardon. He is the chairman of the Institute of Architects. Exactly so. He is the president of the Institute of Next to me, I'd like to introduce Chief B.O. Benson, SAN. He is a member of the Nigerian Law, he is a member of the Constitutional Law.
Getting acquainted with his position, has yet made time to be present with us here this morning. We are particularly honored since this is one of the first public appearances of Colonel Raji Razak as the Military Governor of Lagos State. I believe this confirms the importance to which he attaches to this particular seminar. The theme of this seminar, involving a standardized general conditions of contract for Lagos State, is most appropriate, relevant, and timely under the present circumstances in Nigeria. In the recent past, many contractors, foreign and local alike, have taken advantage of Nigeria's relative inexperience in the negotiation and drafting of building and engineering contracts to introduce contract documents with clauses which have weighed heavily in favor of contractors and much to the detriment of their Nigerian clients, of which the public sector or government-owned establishments have been the worst off. Even the so-called International Conditions of Contracts, or FIDIC, was designed by Western draftsmen primarily for use in third world or underdeveloped countries, whilst other forms are used abroad or in their own countries respectively. Up till recently, the tradition was for contractors to tender based on their own conditions of contracts brought in by them. Enigmatic escalation clauses were tucked in by which the contract price would be doubled or tripled within the first year. Consequently, our objective at this seminar is that we should evolve our own standards drafts that would be generally accepted by all parties concerned.
Honorable members of the Lagos State Executive Council, mentioning names has been made very simple by the Master of Ceremonies and later had the legal confirmation of the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice. So I wouldn't say further than this, that I had thought that I had gone into hibernation but this hibernation apparently hasn't started yet. May I add my own warm and sincere welcome to the military governor of Lagos State, Colonel Raji. This seminar is, I think, the first of its kind to be held in Lagos State, and I have not yet heard of such a seminar taking place in any other state in the Federation. This seminar is a great credit to the Honorable Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Mrs. Eniola Adayomi, and to the Lagos State Ministry of Justice and the Lagos State Government. The pace of such exercises was, of course, set by the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, the Honorable Prince Bola Atibola SAN, as far as international contract negotiation and drafting are concerned. There have already been a series of seminars in that field with international specialist assistance. But this present 3-day seminar starting today at the Sheraton Hotel Ikeja is and will be a homemade Nigerian product. That is what we are driving at, which will no doubt endure to the benefit not only of Lagos State government, but the governments of other states of the Federation. This is indeed a situation in which the much heralded intention to have desirable uniformity with local modifications to suit each particular state within the Nigerian legal system should be honored.
For the former opening of this seminar, which has been arranged to consider the provision of standardized general conditions of contract in Lagos State. The focus of the seminar is both relevant and vital to contractual arrangements, not only to this state, but throughout the country at large. The outcome of this seminar, I'm sure, will be of material value to other state governments in the Federation and indeed the federal ministries of justice, works, housing, and environment. I'm also aware that in the recent past, large sums of money have been lost by Nigeria, especially state governments, as a result of very badly created conditions of contracts, which are heavily weighed to the disadvantage of government. Conversely, these conditions of contracts are so clearly to the advantage of contracting firms and companies, whether expatriate or indigenous. Consequently, our least expectation is that this seminar will address this issue with all the seriousness deserved, and as a result of deliberation, the need for all parties concerned to agree and work with mutually acceptable contract documents shall have been fully recognized. I also wish to use this opportunity to observe that contractors and consultants operating in the building and engineering construction in Nigeria have a big challenge ahead of them. This is particularly so in the wake of the structural adjustment program. The challenge is to devise ways and means of achieving more with the same amount of money or even less, given the escalation in corporate values which must arise from importation of building assets and materials. Consultants and contractors working for government must constantly turn inwards to search for the best local substitutes for imported materials. The same goes on the issue of building and engineering construction technology and expertise. We must increasingly encourage homegrown contractors as well as homegrown building materials. I'm sure that such domestic sourcing of the needs of the construction and engineering industry will go a long way, not only in bringing down construction costs, but in further insulating the construction industry from the vagaries of foreign exchange fluctuations. In this regard, indigenous contractors and consultants have a duty to consciously identify with and foster these national aspirations in order to ensure a secure future for the construction industry in Nigeria and a central role of themselves in the scheme of things. History has shown that no nation can prosper without first identifying and harnessing our resources, both material and human. May I also ask them to fully explore and exploit every means of structural and managerial organizations that will enable them to compete effectively with their foreign counterparts. It is only when their standards are comparable to those of their foreign counterparts that we can justify any preferential treatment that will be accorded them. As for the foreign contractors and consultants doing business in Nigeria, I urge them to identify with the portions of the Nigerian economy and to look on themselves as having a vital role to play as worthy partners in progress with Nigeria. In order to secure their future, they cannot afford to give the impression that they are merely good weather friends who, at the starting hint of adversity in the economy, will flee. Finally, Mr. Chairman, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my hope and expectation that at the end of this seminar, its main objective, namely the evolution of standardized general conditions of contracts, which will be clear and equitable to both employers and contractors, will have been achieved. I also hope that other governments of the Federation will have something to learn from the outcome of the deliberations. I now have the pleasure to formally declare open this seminar and to wish all very fruitful and rewarding deliberations.
Directors General, the Chief Inspector of NYSC, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Lagos State Council of the NYSC, I wish to welcome the military governor, Raji to the occasion. We have representatives of about 2,800 outgoing corporates here present, and I have it on good authority that most of them have performed very excellently in their places of primary assignment. Out of this number, 15 of them have qualified for State Merit Award, and in view of their outstanding contributions to the socio-economic development of Lagos State, I would like the Chief Inspector to introduce these Merit Award winners to the Governor. But before then, I'd like to introduce to the British Governor Mr. Afolayan, who is the Chief Inspector of NYSC in Lagos.
The Honorable Commissioner of Social, it's a privilege for me to introduce the Military Governor, the 15 core members who qualified for Merit Award for Lagos State this year. Apart from this 15, sir, we have 88 of them who bagged letters of commendation for various good acts performed during the service year, but which standards are not up to the best award. They will be issued with letters of commendation at the end of the ceremony tomorrow. I have on this list, sir, Mr. Abe Olukayode Abiodun, Estate Grammar School, Town Planning with Ilubeju.
Remove your dog.
Nigerian Ports Authority, Tinkai Island Port. Ikorodu Schools Management Committee. MBA Agnes Oye Jonah, Ojo Military Cantonment, Ojo. Era Patrick Omonua, Ascom Health Service Center, Topo, Badagry.
Examples of those corporates that work with them and perform by employing them. And most of them will take another time to various
we look around and be an
problem about the because these foreigners come here and that's why we I just and I welcome you.
Coming up now, and I don't think
and there are no medical, there are medical personnel, but there are no drugs, no anything of such. And there was a day, a fellow copper, and he was vomiting for more than 3 hours. The villagers had to come to our aid, and in that kind of a thing, if we get to the health center there, they will tell us no drugs, no anything. And I will want the state government to at least try as much as possible to concentrate that area more than those That's one. And also, the coppers that are sent to those kind of rural areas, if I can't become for transport no, I mean supply them with medical facilities. This is the guy when he comes conveying him from far away to far away it will have been a death for if not for very short. I think but I believe they have very good dialogue between the government as well as the bank, the manufacturers and so on. I don't know why it's pity, because I've just been asking that question there now. About what the state will do next year is probably to look at those low-cost housing schemes and see those ones that are not
another that was given out. Then what you can do is maybe declare them and then make it the only thing we do is we go around where we are born and then maybe have our providers there where we can over the area because I believe that there are some students not there and I hope one student are not doing them whatever the case, the planning was having something for
I want to go back to one of the things that was I want to say that most of us are going to fight this particular contract our greatest during around or causing around or we've had encouragement from the people around, even though we had problem of that is the game. I think during our own turn, we had an increase in our salary and our able to ease off a lot of problems and other what we challenge in our areas of Police College, ready for your inspector, sir.
These guys, just stubborn. May I have your permission to dismiss the quarter guard, sir?